Hello and welcome everybody to another Duskmourn House of Horror draft with Pioneer Masters well behind us. I think Duskmourn House of Horror is one of the only games in town, and guess what? I don't hate it because Duskmourn is a format that I truly do love. I feel like the games are really fun to play. There's a lot of back and forth, and it really does favor the people who make better decisions. So I'm hoping I can make better decisions than my opponents in this draft. All right, now before I hop into this Duskmourn draft, I wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Check out TCGplayer.com for all of your TCG singles and sealed product needs. If you wanted to make any purchases, make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before you make any purchases. Additionally, go to heavyplay.com if you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more. Heavyplay.com is the place to go to for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. All right, here we go. Signpost Uncommon or Absurd Rare. Okay, that was not an Absurd Rare. That was also not an Absurd Rare. And no Signpost Uncommons. I am not happy about this, I will say. Okay, so what do we have? Mind Skinner, I just don't really want to first pick this card. Triple blue. Like, there are instances where this can be really good, but I mean, just moving into a card that's triple blue just seems a bit rough. There's also Rip Spawn Hunter, which is fine, but I don't want to start out my draft generally drafting green-white. There's Cursed Windbreaker and Defiant Survivor, which I think are solid uncommons, along with Glassworks, which could potentially be the best card in this pack. Red is a strong color, and this is just a really good removal spell to play. I'm going to take the Windbreaker. I've been drafting a lot of these red decks, so, I feel like it's close. I've wanted to draft kind of a blue-green deck if it's ever available. So let's take this. I mean, I think Glassworks is perfectly defensible pick to make in that pack. Here, there's a Razorkin Needlehead, Most Valuable Slayer, which are okay red cards. Bunch of just okay cards in this pack. There's a Meat Locker, which can also be fine, along with a Glimmerlight. I mean, there's just nothing that really... For example, none of these red cards make me just slam the red cards. Neither do the green cards. Fear of Exposure is also fine. So I just feel like in this instance, it's probably better for me to just take a decent blue card to follow up the Cursed Windbreaker and take either the Meat Locker or the Glimmerlight here. If I end up in blue-white, I think the Glimmerlight would be better. But if I end up in other color combinations, I think the Meat Locker will be better. I'm a sucker for value. Let's just take the Meat Locker. It's kind of an early Meat Locker, admittedly, but I'm just going to take it here. I just like having... The first copy of a Meat Locker or Glimmerburst is just really important to just give your deck stuff to do with its mana, so I think I'm going to take that here and see what happens. Pick one, pick three! Pack 1, pick 3. Beastie Beatdown is by far the best card in this pack. Fear of Infinity is okay. Tunnel Surveyor is okay. If I wanted to go blue-white, which I don't know that I want to go. There's also Manifest Dread and Ticket Booth as options. I do think I prefer the Manifest Dread because it's cheaper, but Beastie Beatdown is fantastic. I'm just going to take it. Look, these first two cards don't necessarily mean that I should be blue. I was just taking a blue card and then taking the Meat Locker just to see what's available. I feel like it's more important to identify your lane and then the good, because that'll give you a higher chance of getting the good signpost and commons. So I'm going to take the Beatdown here. And now I think I'm going to take Monstrous Emergence here. I'm not a believer in the Cursed Recording. I know some people really like this card, but I do think this is a fine removal spell to take, especially after the Beastie Beatdown, and perhaps we can end up in some kind of Teamer Shell. Blue-green splash red could be a nice way to go. There's a Ghostly Keybearer, which is also fine. I like this more in blue-white or blue-red, as you tend to have more rooms, but let's go ahead and take the Monstrous Emergence here and just go back-to-back removal spells and then see kind of what else is available. Now we have an interesting pack. We have Coordinated Clobbering, Twist Reality, Underwater... I mean, there's a bunch of fine playable cards. There's also Bleeding Woods, which is pretty interesting. I do have this Beastie Beatdown that I'm kind of interested in splashing, and I'm not in love with Coordinated Clobbering, so I think I might just take the Bleeding Woods here. Underwater Tunnel is kind of filler level card. If I move heavily into the Manifest deck, then these cards can be better. You know what? Bleeding Woods or Clobbering. If I'm going to end up in all three colors, I feel like I'm going to have enough playables. So why don't we just take the Bleeding Woods here over the Coordinated Clobbering? And then moving on to this pack, this is also kind of a weak pack. Some random white cards here. But there is a Peculiar Lighthouse, which further helps us move into kind of the teamer colors if we want. I'm not a huge fan of the Cryptid Inspector unless I have a lot of manifest. So why don't we just take the Lighthouse here and just kind of try to set ourselves up for a pretty good mana base here. Packs are looking pretty dry here. Another Veteran Survivor, I guess if I wanted to go into some kind of red-white aggro deck, that's something that I could consider, but certainly not seeing a ton of manifest things. I will note that I do not mind playing Cathartic Parting if I do have a blue-green base. If we do end up with a bunch of manifest, I don't mind playing this because oftentimes you can get into a situation where you can end up decking yourself. So Cathartic Parting, I think, is a fine card to play here. And now we'll just take Twist Reality here. Totally fine card. I do like this card more than I think a lot of different people when drafting this archetype. Noting that green doesn't seem super open, but I'll also say these packs have just looked kind of bad in general. So not really sure where I want to go with this. Now take a look at this pack. Nothing in blue, green, or red, or white, or any color. Valgavott's Faithful? Like, do I just speculate on that? I don't know if I want to splash anything here. No, I don't think I want to be black. Let's just take the Carnival, I guess, in case I want to splash something there. Here, I'll take a Bashful Beastie, noting that that is a pretty late Commune with Evil, which I do like. And, I mean, this is one of... Oh, you know what? Maybe that's where I was supposed to go. So, whatever. I'll take the Fear of Infinity here, just in case. Because black does seem to be somewhat open here. But I just generally don't like this color combination. So if possible, I try to avoid that combination if I can. Moving into pack 2, pick 1, we have a few interesting choices. Notably, red was super not open. So I think if I do anything, I'm probably going to be a blue-green deck looking to splash red. So in that instance, I probably don't want to take Fear of Being Hunted. We have a couple of interesting choices still for our deck. We have either Cursed Windbreaker or the Overgrown Zealot. Now, we don't have any 2-mana plays, but I also really like Cursed Windbreaker in blue-green shells. You know, as much as I like the Zealot, I'm just going to take the Cursed Windbreaker. This is just a really good manifest card. So let's just take it here. And, you know, there are plenty of good 2-mana plays that you can pick up when you draft blue-green. So like Wary Watchdogs, Manifest Dread, etc. So I don't put as high of a priority on that, whereas I do think Cursed Windbreaker is very good. And now, wow, I really hate to see this. Paranormal Analyst and Under the Skin are both fantastic in this archetype. We have several Manifest cards already. I don't have any 2s. So what do I want to do? I think Under the Skin is just more consistently good. I do love the Analyst, but I'll take the Under the Skin. It's just always going to be a fantastic card. Even if I don't go too heavy on Manifest Dread, I think that's still just a card that I'm going to want in my decks. All right, moving on to pack 2, pick 3, and it already dries up. Already dries up. Now, Irreverent Gremlin is a good card, but on the splash, not so much, right? If I'm looking to play Twist Reality and these blue cards, probably not taking the Gremlin. I think I'm just going to take the Glassworks on the splash just to give me another removal spell. I already have the red mana fixing for the Beastie Beatdown, which I'm interested in playing. So I think I will play the red here for the Glassworks. And now we're on pack 2, pick 4. That's a late Brood Spinner, but for us, I think it's between Unable to Scream and Underwater Tunnel. And I do really like Unable to Scream as a nice, cheap, interactive spell, more so than the Underwater Tunnel, which I think is more of a filler level card, whereas Unable to Scream is very, very strong, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we have a Razorkin Hordecaller. Glimmerlight is a fine 2-mana play. I like this way more in blue-white or aggressive decks, whereas I think Razorkin Hordecaller is fantastic and exactly the type of card that you want to ramp into. And we are setting ourselves up very nicely for just the full-on teamer deck. I'm glad I took some of this mana fixing. Definitely need to make sure that we can pick up some of those green 2-mana plays late. Wary Watchdog, Flesh Burrower, Manifest Dread. There are 3 green 2-mana plays that I can table that I'd all be reasonably happy playing in this deck. Paranormal Analyst pick 6. Let's go. That is amazing. Rakdos Heavy Pack, Final Vengeance Find, along with Vengeful Possession. Impossible Inferno, I don't mind in these type of decks, but I already have 2 5-mana plays. Paranormal Analyst is perfect. We already have 3 Manifest cards. Hopefully we can pick up a few more. Twist Reality also technically counts, and so does the Bashful Beastie. This doesn't really feel like a deck that really wants to play the Piranha Fly, so I don't think I'm going to take that. I think I could just take another Bashful Beastie and go, all right, the top end of my mana curve is pretty much locked in at this point, and hope to pick up more cheap things here as we move on in this draft. Here, wow, Arabella, 8th pick. Skullcap Nuisance also, but can't take any of those cards. Guess I'll take an Anthropede, but I would really be sad if I have to play something like that. And here we have a Murky Sewer, but I don't think I want to go 4 colors. I'm just going to take the Stocked Researcher in case I end up in a situation where I really need to play some 2-mana cards. So we'll just go with that and see where things go. The cards on the right are kind of the maybe cards, and I think the cards on the left are the ones that I like, noting that with 3 5-mana plays, I'm kind of good at the top end. I just want the cheap cards, but green seems to be really overdrafted here. Really, really overdrafted. And honestly, this... I don't play this card often, but if we end up with a deck that's really low on 2-mana plays, I'm not opposed to playing Don't Make a Sound. It's fine. Shroud Stomper, good for reanimation. Don't really want to play Bear Trap. And yeah, none of the Wary Watchdogs tabled. That is a bad sign. That is a bad sign. It just means that we are fighting lots of people, so we have to more aggressively take cheap cards if possible. Do I wish I had the Overgrown Zealot over the Cursed Windbreaker? I'm still not sure. But now I do feel like if I see a cheap creature that's a little bit on the weaker side, I have to take it. But not a Creeping Peeper. I don't have any enchantments. This is kind of rough. There's nothing cheap that I want. The best card here, without a doubt, is Razorkin Horde Caller. So I think I just take that. I don't really want Fear of Exposure in this deck. There's a Lakeside Shack, which is fine. But I'm just taking the Horde Caller here. It was the best card. But now, for example, if I see Impossible Inferno, I'm just not taking it, right? I just don't need another 5-mana play. So if I see Impossible Inferno and a 2-mana card, I'm taking the 2-mana card. That was just a pack that had nothing that's cheap. And another pack that just doesn't have anything cheap. This is really frustrating. Kona is not a particularly good card. I just don't really want to play this card in my deck. Fear of Being Hunted on the splash is not as good either. I guess I just take the Meat Locker, but that's just another slow card to put into my deck, but I just don't really have any other choice here. All right, there's a 2-mana play. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take Stay Hidden, Stay Silent over Beastie Beatdown. This can potentially be stronger, but has a higher setup cost. This is something that I can fire off early, and I definitely need things I can fire off early. Where are my 2-drops? Where are my 2-drops? I'll take a Moldering Gym, I guess, as a 3-mana way to ramp. There's nothing else here. Erratic Apparition is not very good in this deck. This is not a Percussionist deck. All right. Stock Researcher and Don't Make a Sound, get in there. It's fine. Look. In a pinch, they will still do. Now, that is a late Split Skin Doll, but I will take Unable to Scream for us. And this just gives us plenty of things to still survive in the early game, right? Having access to double Unable to Scream with the Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. We still have plenty of things to cast early, which is fine. 6 creatures, though. 7, 8. Moldering Gym, 9. Okay, we got some. Here, I'll take Cryptid Inspector. Just a 3-mana creature. I'm not going to take the Ticket Booth in this pack. Was green not open? Absolutely not. Is our deck playable? We shall see. What? And then all of a sudden we get a pick 7 Oblivious Bookworm? What is going on? Okay. I mean, I can't complain. I'm not going to complain. I'm happy with that. Do I need a 4-mana 3/4 reach creature? It's possible. Tunnel Surveyor versus Grasping Longneck. Probably just Tunnel Surveyor. I don't have a whole lot of Delirium, and this just makes 2 bodies. Okay. All right, now I don't have to play the Anthropy, thank goodness. I think I will still probably play the Stocked Researcher just for lack of 2-mana plays here. This gives us now 9 creatures with double Cursed Windbreaker. That's 11. Moldering Gym would be 12. Okay. Twist Reality, technically 13. Okay, and then now we have Lakeside Shack. So our mana certainly looking pretty solid here. And you know, we're not going crazy on Manifest, so I think I can actually just not play Cathartic Parting here. We only have 1, 2, 3 Manifest effects. Yeah. This is not the type of deck. Like, sometimes you have decks with 10 Manifest cards and you're really afraid that you're going to deckmate yourself with a bunch of say its names and stuff. This is not the deck that has that problem. Drag to the Roots and Creeping Peeper. I guess I'll take the Peeper. You know, honestly, that could be something to consider. Don't need the Cornfield. I'll just take the gems here. How many enchantments do we have? 7? Skullcap Nuisance. Yeah, blue and black was obviously open. There's a Piranha Fly. These are all the cards I'm okay playing. All right, we're going to have to play really well to win with this deck, okay? This is going to be a challenge. Now, I mean, we have good interaction. We have 5 removal spells, 6 removal spells even. Some good card draw. We're never going to run out of stuff to do with our mana, right? So we just need to make sure that our early game is good here and just survive. That's all we're going to need, which means I probably just want to play the 2-mana 3/3 just because it blocks everything when I play against the various, you know, if I play against a Boros deck, I just think I want a 2-mana 3/3. I think it's the best 2-mana option of what I have here. So I think this is honestly just the deck. Just don't need to do anything too crazy here. Take a look at the mana curve here. And how many mountains do I want here? 1, 2, 3, 4 red sources. Don't ever want any of them too early. What's our color situation? 13 blue. So we want at least 8 blue sources. So we're currently on 8 blue. So 8 blue, 8 green, and 4 red seems good, right? Yeah, 8, because we're way heavier on blue than green. But at the same time, our green, one of the green cards helps us get our other colors. So this gives us an 8-8-4 split, which I think is about as good as we can get. And yeah. This wasn't the prettiest draft, but we did end up with just enough things to do early, and we have some ways to win the game with in the late game. Lots of card draw. I think this can get it done, but we're gonna have to get really, really scrappy. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. Access to my Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel, which I do believe is a really great way to up your limited game. Aetherdrift is right around the corner. I think we're going to get, the spoiler season is going to start soon. We're going to have the early access event. So if you really want to get prepared and start discussions and join an excellent community, the Patreon is the best way to do so. All right, going first. Hey, if I play turn 2 Oblivious Bookworm every game, I'm looking good. I'm looking real good. All right, let's go. Play the Bookworm here. What do I want to... I'm certainly looting. I just don't know what to discard. I guess it's the tap land. I kind of just want to go Moldering Gym, right? Green-red, no Scorching Dragonfire. All right, that is a Wary Watchdog, however. So I can't attack. And I don't want to block either. Ooh. Twist Reality is interesting. That is super interesting. I think I just want to manifest and draw a card. Right? It just seems good. Making a 2/2 and drawing a card seems great. Oh, next turn is awesome too. We get to go Monstrous Emergence and keep up Don't Make a Sound, which I really do like. Don't mind trading the Wary Watchdog for my face down card here, if that's what it comes to. Moldering Gym from the opponent, okay. So yeah, next turn we get to get in for a pretty big attack here. Ooh, Paranormal Analyst. That's interesting too. Wow. Maybe I just want to do that instead. Yeah, you know what? I want to keep the Monstrous Emergence then. Let's just go with this trade and keep up Don't Make a Sound and play Paranormal Analyst. Do I even want to loot? This is just it's always the interesting question. I'm not going to loot, actually. The thing is, the issue with the blue-green deck is you can come close to decking yourself. I like all of the cards in my hand, so it's not like it's giving me card advantage. So I think I'm just going to choose to do this. I mean, I can't imagine they're going to play around Don't Make a Sound. They could, I suppose. All right, we're obviously countering anything, so. All right, 5 mana, that is perfect. We get to just slam Razorkin Horde Caller and attack with everything. And then I guess now we're... All right, you know what? I don't know. I'm kind of like mixing things up right now, but we loot there. All right, 3 cards in hand for the opponent. They can make a 5/5, notably, which would be quite strong because I can't actually kill the 5/5 right now. So a land here would be great for the Moldering Gym. Tunnel Surveyor is the play from us. Or is the draw, rather. Well, you know what? Let's attack with this. Because it's a free attack. Let's see what they block with. That is awesome for us if they block with the 5/5. They should just block with hand that feeds, honestly. Or just take it. Okay, well... I mean, that's obviously a fantastic result for us. Do I want Tunnel Surveyor? And loot? They're at 13, or do I just want to get the Moldering Gym in play? I don't think Tunnel Surveyor does much here. I'm just going to play Moldering Gym. Let's go get a forest. No, we have 2 green. Let's get a mountain, I guess. Discard the land. Our uncommons doing lots and lots of work. They're probably going to be interested in killing one of these 2 cards. Under the Skin is a phenomenal card if they get that now. Now, fortunately, they don't have anything crazy to get back. Like, they can get back a Watchdog, which is fine. Or a land, I guess. I mean, it's still just a great card however you slice it, but... it's not too bad. And they don't have Delirium, so hand that feeds isn't really a problem just yet. Man, next turn, when we make that 5/5, it's just maximum value, right? I wonder if I actually was supposed to discard Tunnel Surveyor on that previous turn, so that I can just make the 5/5 and get value right away. That might have actually been correct. I'm just a sucker for value. But that was more value, so that was a mistake there. Beastie Beatdown on the Horde Caller is really good. Yep. So they're going to hit us for 5. We will take it here. Stay hidden, stay silent. What a good find. So many good options here. I'm at 15. I think I still just want to do this. So I get the other card back. Let's get Meat Locker back. No attacks. Draw a card. Okay, oh my gosh. Look at our hand. Our hand is absurd. Absolutely absurd. Even if they kill the face down card, I mean, it's just... we're going to be able to come back here. Okay, so this is like some kind of like Branch Snapper or something. Let's just chump here and see what happens. Bashful Beastie, sure. Another Bite spell would be really annoying. We have 6 mana and like all the removal spells in the world here. Let's see. I kind of want to kill the 5/5. Lock this down. That was a Patchwork Beastie. Okay. This is a Bashful Beastie. Play a land. This is a 5/4 plus 3, 8/7. Okay. Maybe Meat Locker this. Tap this down and attack with everything. Okay. Locking everything down. Let's loot. Discard Tunnel Surveyor. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. Say its name. They can get a whole Razorkin Horde Caller. That's insane. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. But they're at 6 life. They gotta be careful. They're at 6 life. Like, they can't just go too crazy with the attacks here. Like, I don't think they can attack with both creatures. I think what they should do is attack with hand that feeds. Or just Horde Caller is also fine. If they attack with Horde Caller, I just block with a 1/1 here. Just to keep my life total high. Then move on. Wow! Beastie Beatdown here is incredible. This is certainly just getting blocked. I don't think I have lethal though, sadly. So we can just kill hand that feeds. This doesn't trample, sure. Alright, let's go. Oh, I guess that doesn't matter. Let's go under the skin. Manifest Dread. Okay. And then we get back something. They're at 1. Cursed Windbreaker. I mean, these are all really good. I'll get the Horde Caller, I guess. Then we'll play a land, and then we'll shut this off. We'll draw a card. Alright. This seems like enough. This seems like enough. I mean, yeah, like, obviously I could curse Windbreaker as well, which gives me a ton of value. But, I don't know. I think there's not too many bad decisions you could have made there. But here, hey, we drew our good uncommons and we got a ton of value, right? A lot of decisions that we could have done slightly differently there, but hey, it worked out for us. Good interaction was very, very important there for us. And that's a good thing about blue in this format. With Unable to Scream, you have a premium level common that's a removal effect, which makes blue way better here, which has kind of been a problem with blue in other sets, right? All right, this hand is totally fine. Don't make a sound, Unable to Scream, etc. Let's target the Beastie here. Any deck that plays the Beastie on turn 1 wants a bunch of things in their graveyard. I really didn't want them to play a 2-mana play, though. That really stinks. Yeah, and I can't keep up Don't Make a Sound either, so they're going to get a land here. Ugh. The only time it's good. I hate this card, by the way, but obviously when it goes off, you're just like, you hate everything. Really good start here from the opponent. Let's go Tunnel Surveyor as it blocks both of the things that they have. Ticket Booth, sure. Okay. Well, at least a Cartographer is not attacking this turn. Really want to land this turn if possible. I just don't think they have an attack. Glassworks. That's interesting. There's just nothing I really want to kill, and I don't want to miss on Under the Skin. So as much as I want to hit my land drops, I think I'm more interested in just playing a Cursed Windbreaker here. This will give me a permanent to put in my graveyard. And do I want the Unable to Scream to get back or a land? I think I want the land. No attacks from us. Like, if I miss on a land, I want to play Under the Skin to get back the forest. Right? We just have a lot of expensive things to do. Clockwork Percussionist doesn't do much. And Wildfire Wickerfolk. Okay, you know, they're playing a million things, but it's totally fine. It's totally fine. I mean, they can choose to get really aggressive. It's just not... They just don't have fantastic attacks. Now, if they had, you know, Turn Inside Out or something, obviously that changes the equation. Beastie Beatdown. Okay. They might want to just use that to kill my flyer. Does that give them... That gives them a sorcery. Okay, so that does give them Delirium. That does give them Delirium. Okay, I drew a land, so that changes things somewhat. Although now, man, their attacks are so much better. You know what? You know what? The more I think about it, the more I believe that I made a mistake there, and I probably should have just taken the 1. I'm gonna kill the Wildfire Wickerfolk, I think. And then just pass. Okay. They really want to get a land. Like, it's not even that big of a deal. But, sure. This got double strike? Alright. This doesn't have first strike, right? Okay. You got your land. Alright, this comes into play untapped, which is really nice. I can just play Bashful Beastie. That seems fine here. Can just happily trade with either of these cards. Now, I'm hoping this isn't something huge. Like, I don't have a choice but to block. But it's a trade, I get to manifest. If anything, they might just attack me with, like, the face down card or the Cartographer. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Sorcery. Okay, so Under the Skin will give us Delirium. Ooh, and I am interested in shutting this down. But maybe I'm just supposed to Meat Locker? I don't know, this is tough, especially with Tunnel of Hate. It just makes things just that much more difficult. Gives me another blocker. Alright, what do I want? I want an instant in the graveyard. So let's manifest the mountain. And then get unable to scream back. Probably want to just target that. Alright. Just kind of on the back foot. I mean, Tunnel of Hate, like I said, I'm a big fan of Ticket Booth. Okay, well, Pure Past the Veil probably means we're going to lose this game. That just gave them all the gas in the world. Really, really great card there for them to play. If they just attack with the Wickerfolk, I'm just going to take it. And then use Beastie Beatdown to finish it off. Monstrous Emergence too? Sure. I guess we just need to minimize the damage that we take. Yeah, whew. I thought we were on the verge of stabilizing, but they just pedal to the metal, got a lot of value, and this, Gruul, a really good Gruul Delirium deck, and it's gonna get it done here. Yeah, I don't have anything. Good game, good deck, good aggressive start. The big mistake that I made in that game, was blocking the Percussionist. It just turned everything on. And you know what? That is probably just a little bit of rust, not playing this format in a bit. And yeah, full stop, I just don't block there. That would have given me more time to stabilize. I don't know if I would have won that game because they appeared past the Ville anyways, but it would have given me a little more time so that I wasn't on defense the entire time against all their Delirium cards. All right, opponent on the play here. We have 2 lands on the draw. I guess I'll keep. It's not the best hand, but it's okay. Fear of Lost Teeth, turn 1 from the opponent. We did draw Lakeside Shack, which is always nice because we have a 2-lander on the draw. Black-white. Okay. Fear of Surveillance is what my opponent has. Just start things off with the Analyst. Interesting. Terramorphic Expanse. I imagine you're going to want to sack this first before choosing to attack with Fear of Surveillance. I wonder if they have like a Final Vengeance and they're like, yeah, let's kill the Analyst. Because I'm definitely blocking the Fear of Surveillance. Well, if they attack with Fear of Lost Teeth, I'll just block that. But it feels like it, right? It feels like a Final Vengeance. That's a 2-for-1 though. Okay, sure. I don't even have anything to go with the Analyst right now, so I'm obviously extremely happy with this setup. So they're gonna sack their Expanse, attack me for 2. I get to play Inspector. Then they play something. On the following turn, I get to go Emergence, whatever they play, up to a 4/4, and keep up, don't make a sound. So that's my plan. But that's just the power of Paranormal Analyst. Your opponents will go out of their way to not get owned, value owned by the Paranormal Analyst here. They kept the card on top. Let's go Inspector. Oh, Inspector into Under the Skin is also not bad. Although this might be still a good turn to keep up Don't Make a Sound plus Monstrous Emergence, depending on what they play. Victor, what do? Well, probably just going to kill it here. Not going to play the Bleeding Woods just yet because I want to keep up Don't Make a Sound. So why don't we do this? Kill Victor. This thing has Vigilance, so let's attack. And then we'll pass. This, I'm kind of hoping I hit with this Under the Skin. Like, if I don't have anything to play, I probably should play this, right? I hope they don't play that flashback spell. Friendly Teddy is good. Okay. Glassworks. Do I just run this out and hope to hit a permanent? I just feel like it's very likely that we do. So, let's play it. Ooh, that's really interesting. Yeah, let's get Unable to Scream back. That gets bigger. Don't really need to use Unable to Scream. Let's play Bleeding Woods and then just pass. Obviously, the Inspector can't attack into the 2/2/2s. Now, I suppose I could have cast Unable to Scream, but I feel like I should probably save this for a potential Shroud Stomper or something along those lines, or a Victor that they might get back from the graveyard. Although, noting that it is a little bit awkward right now because I can't just play the Razorkin Horde Caller and jam. Elegant Rotunda, okay. Alright, so they have a pair of 3/3s now. Here's my question. Am I happy trading Cryptid Inspector for a Fear of Surveillance and I get a token? I don't have that much Manifest, right? I mean, alternatively, I can just kill a Fear of Surveillance and keep up Don't Make a Sound and attack. Doesn't seem bad either. You know what? I'm going to do that. This just makes things far more awkward. Next turn, I can even twist Reality Manifest Dread at instant speed and pump the Cryptid Inspector. And we're still just getting damage in here. Oh, yes! Oh, that's so brutal. Oh, this is a beating. Yeah, that is huge. Now we go Horde Caller and it's just ridiculous. And then we have Unable to Scream, Twist Reality as an option too. Veteran, Survivor, and then they're probably going to make this. Okay. Cursed Windbreaker, wow. Lots of really, really good options here, but I just gotta be careful here, that's all. Now, yeah, let's just play Cursed Windbreaker. Let's manifest there. Oh, if I flip it up, it becomes a 5/6. So now I can actually just attack with this. And if they double block with Friendly Teddy Veteran Survivor, they're in trouble. If they triple block, I'm okay with that, right? I think they're just going to double block here, though. Yeah, that's a beating. Right, will I draw a land? Nice. Okay, I mean, our board is absurd. So they're going to need some kind of sweeper. We even have an Unable to Scream. Patch Plaything doesn't do anything. Oh, if anything, this dies, right? If I Unable to Scream this, I think. Ho ho! That is nice. They block here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I mean, okay. And we have the twist reality. Boom! Okay. That was a good game. Nice tight sequencing. Good interaction. And we drew the mana that we needed to cast our spells. It's exactly how we drew it up. 2-1. Alrighty, on the play here, I have all my colors, and I have turn 2 Paranormal Analyst into turn 3 Curse Windbreaker. So, excellent, excellent hand here on the play. As long as they don't kill my Analyst, I'm feeling very, very good about this hand. If they kill it, well, then it's just a normal hand. If they don't, Value Town. Oh my gosh, I just realized after all these drafts, the biggest pun ever. The lights are on. My bad, folks. Big mistake. Shout out Brett Cheaters for reminding me. There you go. Lights are off. You can see the entire battlefield now. Alrighty. Turn 2 Analyst. Into turn 3 Windbreaker. Basically, Scorching Dragonfire is the card that we're trying to avoid. Or Monstrous Emergence, I guess. Alrighty. What you got? Alright, Fear of Surveillance is the play, but we are going Cursed Windbreaker and getting value. What do I want to get back? I don't think I need a Forest Teeter, so I guess I'll just take the Meat Locker. I already have a land in my hand, so I mean, Forest would have been good too. They're both good. Like, the thing is, this ensures, like, even if they kill the Analyst, I have some extra gas, right? With the Meat Locker, with the Drowned Diner. And given that I'm not going to miss my land drop next turn, I think this is still fine. I'm fine with that trade. I'm not looking to beat them down here. Erratic Apparition is the play from the opponent here. And now we have a couple of options. We have Stalked Researcher. I think I'm just going to kill the flyer. Monstrous Emergence. Target you. Kill that. And hit them for 1. Just keep their board clear. Our hand is super removal heavy. And next turn we can kind of tempo them out. I mean, we can just go like Meat Locker, tap down their thing. I mean, obviously it just depends on what they play. Surgical Suite to get back one of their creatures, sure. I love me a Surgical Suite. Split Skin Doll, whoo! Nice, nice, nice. Unable to Scream and a Meat Locker for us. How do I want to do this? I kind of want to just equip the Cursed Windbreaker onto something. Although, I guess they have this, so maybe I just want to tap something down. Alright, let's just get Meat Locker in play. I doubt they're gonna go for Hospital Room here. 4 cards in hand for the opponent, though. Lots of value here, lots of good uncommons. Would love to draw a Manifest card. Honestly, just a land here would be good, too. Unwilling Vessel, okay. And Exercise on my Meat Locker, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Think I'm gonna go Stay Hidden, Stay Silent on Unwilling Vessel and just attack. Although I can also go Unable to Scream and attack. And that's a better use of my mana. But then if I find a land next turn, it's much better to go Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. It's just I want to also be able to equip the Cursed Windbreaker, and I won't be able to. But I suppose we'll just do this. The reason being is if I don't draw a land, I'm probably equipping anyways. Oh! Oh, what am I doing? Oh, gosh. This is so frustrating. I'm playing so bad. I'm playing so badly. I could have equipped. Alright, I could have equipped. I could have equipped. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, anyways, unable to Scream here. Attack for 3. They're blocking, sure. All right. And then we'll go Moldering Gym. What do we need? Blue, blue. We have plenty of blue, plenty of green. I guess we'll get a red. And then I think I'll pass. I'm at 16. My life total is looking okay here. Now, they can grow the Split Skin Doll if they choose to go Hospital Room. So that's something that we need to be mindful of. We do have land number 6 now, though, so we can shuffle the Unwilling Vessel in, which will then allow us to... I mean, there's just so much we can do here, right? Slimy Aquarium, they get a 3/3 here. And yeah, if this was... yeah, I mean, it feels bad. Like, this should definitely have a Curse Windbreaker on it. This should have come into play untapped, because I should have played this after I attacked. That was the big mistake. So now what? We can shuffle. We can make a 5/5. Shuffling doesn't seem like the best line here. I just feel like I want the biggest thing in play. The question is, what do I want to do with this Unable to Scream? Do I just want to target the flyer just because it's annoying? And maybe just go... Sure. I mean, they might just block, which is fine with me. I guess I should... Well, no, I couldn't attack first. All right. Now let's play a Beastie. The nice thing about the Beastie is if they attack me with the face down card and flip it over, like, I can still get value off the Analyst. So I'm happy with this trade. Let's see. I guess a red-green land is strictly better. Silent Hull Creeper, that's a really good one. And now we have some interesting choices here, right? I mean, do I though? Like, this feels like the best option. Making a large monster. And I get to unlock the room. Jeez. Sure. Doesn't really matter too much. Let's play the Bleeding Woods. Attack for 3. Do I want to trade this for a Split Skin Doll? Sure. Oh, they took it all. Okay. All right, so this gets a counter. I take 2. And then what do? They're probably going to draw a card. And, I mean, I have a lot of offense here. Stocked Researcher as a good blocker. Now, I don't get to attack with this Researcher. Oh my gosh. Beastie Beatdown? Are you kidding me? That is incredible. They're at 6 life. So I kill the flyer. I have Delirium and then give this wings? Yeah. Boom. Poof. All right. Good game. Good game. God, I love this format. There's so many decisions, right? I didn't even play this game perfectly, but it's just like removal spells, rooms, how you sequence your cards, how you manifest. The gameplay is just so incredibly deep. Alrighty here, opponent on the play. Hey, we have a turn 2 Bookworm into a bunch of Windbreakers. Now we are on the draw, and if they're playing something aggressive, this can be problematic, but I mean, this is... I'm obviously not going to mulligan this hand. This hand's great. All right, Forest, turn 1. No Beastie! Ugh, okay. Okay, you know what? Just don't get Delirium too fast, okay? You just, like, take it easy. Take it easy. Oh, no. That's a good start. Turn 1 Beastie into turn 2 Manifest Dread. All right, it was another land. Okay. This is a big turn. Oh, well, yeah, I'm obviously drawing, and we'll discard Forest, I guess. Okay. Like, if they can get Delirium this turn, it's pretty bad for us. But only 2 types in the graveyard for now. They could have a Monstrous Emergence to kill the Bookworm, which would still not give them Delirium. They could have Unable to Scream. If they find a way to deal with the Bookworm, I think I'm leading with the Inspector, right? Because then I can play some Cursed Windbreakers. And there is the Monstrous Emergence, and they revealed Branch. They didn't need to do that. Okay. They're just flexing on us. Look at that. All right, let's go Inspector. Still 2 types in the yard for them. 3 types. They hit Vanish from Sight. Paranormal Analyst. Oof, their deck is nice. Please don't have another cheap spell here. Oh, come on. Well, you know what? At least it doesn't kill it. Right? I mean, this is still obviously very, very good for them, but... kind of need to save this, I think. I'm going to do the Analyst here. No Delirium. Oh, okay. Whew, no Delirium. Well, they can cycle. They can cycle their Branch Snapper, but like... that's a big play, but I mean, if they want to be aggressive and hit me for a lot, that is definitely on the table for them. Maybe. I mean, I'm going to block the Analyst, and honestly, getting the land to be able to get the Cryptid Inspector and hit it for 3 is honestly probably worth it. So I can see the merits of this line. Meat Locker 2? Oh, that's gross. You disgust me. All right, I need a land here to play Beastie. I need a land. Yes, okay. This is good. I have a good blocker, right? I have a good blocker. If they don't find an interactive spell for the Beastie, it'll at least give me time to stabilize. Now they might just drown Diner, which I'm hoping, because then they can't attack me. All right, that's fine. We are continuing. We are still trying to stabilize here. Probably going to play a land here. And no attacks? Don't Unable to Scream me. Don't Clobbering me. Okay, another Beastie. All right. So they got some serious beatdowns coming in right now. We have Unable to Scream, though, so that is really, really nice. I'm at 10 life. Okay. Okay, hold on. We got to be really careful here. I can only do so many things right now. I don't want them to get value off the Analyst, though. I really don't. So I think I need to Unable to Scream this one. Which means then I can only play another card, which could be Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. So let's go Unable to Scream here. Stay Hidden, Stay Silent here. And then I can flip this up and next turn play the Cursed Windbreaker. This helps mitigate the beatdowns, right? And gives me the mana to flip this up and then play Cursed Windbreaker. And then try to get value off the Analyst and win the game that way. Dagger Maw Megalodon. That is ginormous. Okay. Really, really interesting. There's actually just like a lot of different things I can do. I think one of the better options is actually just playing Razorkin Hordecaller, attacking with the Analyst. And that gives me a chump blocker. So let's do that, because this thing flies. Nothing has reach, right? Okay. Alright. And then we can just play the Cursed Windbreaker next turn. This just gives us a lot of power and toughness. Now, if they somehow find a way to get the Beastie off the battlefield, I still also have a 4/4 in play to block the Patchwork Beastie. I also have Cursed Windbreaker now, which I can play and move onto like the Bashful Beastie or the Hordecaller to chunk them in the air while still making 1/1 blockers for the Megalodon every turn. Really close game. Really close game. But I think we were able to hold off their really fast start, but they have drawn a lot of cards. They are playing big things, so this can easily go either direction, depending on the type of interaction that my opponent finds. What? So you're telling me this is a Branch Snapper? All right. Oh my gosh, if it's a Death Touch creature, it'll be the biggest blowout ever. But whatever. If it's a Branch Snapper, it's really bad for them. Okay. I guess maybe I should have just blocked with the Beastie then. What? It was a Branch Snapper and they didn't flip it up. That's really interesting. They must have a Bite spell to kill this. No, they could have just killed it by flipping it over. Did they think that they could play it and also flip it up or something? No. 8, 4, 8. Yeah, I don't know. There might have been some miscalculations there. But that's obviously very good for me. Unnerving Grasp. Wow, okay. That was really good. And they get to replay it. Whew. Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you. All right. I think we lead things off with a Cursed Windbreaker here. See what we find off the Analyst. I don't need the land, so let's go... Let's get the Tunnel Surveyor back. I cannot kill the Megalodon. They have lots of creatures in play. So I think it's probably best for me to just play out the Tunnel Surveyor. Let's attack with the Paranormal Analyst. Then let's just play more blockers. This just makes it so it's just really hard for my opponent to run me over. That was a really good turn for them, though. But I have lots of good blockers. And still have chump blockers available for the Megalodon if I want. I mean, if anything now... I can go token, Bashful Beastie. Right? Or Surveyor Bashful Beastie. Doesn't really matter. Cryptid Inspector. Yeah. I mean, I also don't know what these face down cards are, but given that I have the Beasties, it's just like, they just don't have great attacks, right? Alright. That is a really good trade for me, honestly. I get to manifest. Oh, I get Meat Locker back? Oh my gosh. Don't make a sound. That one's probably not going to be so good. What do I want to do? Probably attack with my flyers. Don't have too many good attacks on the ground. The thing is, I just don't have anything I really want to Meat Locker. Right? Do I just Drown Diner? Yeah, that could actually be the answer here. Let's just Drown Diner. Like, I think this Don't Make a Sound is pretty bad. Oh, I should have kept up a Forest. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's do this. I'd rather just have the land, honestly. And what is the most annoying creature here, potentially? Probably just the Inspector. Just because it can get really, really big. A second Razorkin Horde Caller is obviously great. Under the Skin, what do you get back? Stay Hidden, Stay Silent is probably the card that I'm going to be looking to get back. Noting that Under the Skin... No, it still works. But the thing is, when you have Under the Skin and Paranormal Analyst, you absolutely don't want to get the card you mill, because you automatically get that back with the Analyst. So you got to be careful with that. Another Unnerving Grasp? Oh my. Their deck is awesome. It is not over yet here, friends. Not over at all. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Let's start with Under the Skin. Wow. Let's manifest this. Get back Glassworks. Holy cow. And I want to get back Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. Holy cow. I mean, this is a lot. Do I let them get a card here? I mean, they're drawing blind. I'm just going to Horde Caller here and just hit them in the air. Does this... Okay. This and this. Alright. They have 6 mana. We have so many more resources here. We can Meat Locker, Stay Hidden, Stay Silent, and Glassworks next turn. So just answers to absolutely everything. I'm going to kill the analyst here. Sure. I don't know why they flipped that up, but let's tap that now. And then, do I still need to meat lock or anything? This is a stocked researcher. That doesn't do much though. I think I just want to do this. Do I actually have lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6 blockers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, 7. 11, 12, 13. What can they do for 1 mana? I can't think of anything for 1 mana. Alright. I guess I should have meat lockered. I didn't need to move the Cursed Windbreaker. Yeah, I should have meat lockered. I didn't do the math there. I had such an overwhelming board. But I should have not moved and locked something else down to just further guarantee that win. But hey, what? 4-1. 4-1 with this deck. All right, opponent on the play. We have only blue and red sources, but we have only blue cards in hand. So this is kind of an unhappy keep. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to keep this, but can certainly get run over here. Oh, wow. We drew a green source right away, which helps. Obviously, we don't have any green cards in hand, but now this means that anything we draw is going to be a fine play. Fear of Surveillance is the draw from the opponent. I'm going to just pass here. They're almost certainly going to play something this turn. And then I can run out Cursed Windbreaker to hopefully block the Fear of Surveillance. Yeah, anytime you get somebody with this, you just feel like you got away with something. I'm not saying we're not even close to being ahead here, but just, you know, it helps. Let's go Cursed Windbreaker. Want to keep the Stay Hidden, Stay Silent for something bigger potentially. In case they bounce my face down card, I'll just keep the Moldering Gym as the manifest card. Friendly Ghost. Okay, we're going to take some damage here. All right, nice aggressive start from the opponent. I do think I want to lock down this Friendly Ghost. There's just too many bad things that can happen here if my opponent chooses to like use a combat trick. There's just too much bad stuff that can happen, and I really want to just keep my life total high here. They kept the card on top. Fear of Failed Tests. Okay. I can't kill it. Oh my gosh. I really hope I don't die. I don't get... My opponent gets me with Fear of Failed Tests. Oh, they're going to. This card is so silly good. Unidentified Hovership. I've never ever been successfully hit by a Fear of Failed Tests. But that's just game. Honestly, that's just straight up game. Like, what do, you know? Oh, I got a blocker. I got some blockers. I'm gonna play the mountain here so that if I hit unable to scream, I can cast it. Let's get the meat locker back. All right, just don't have anything else, please. Please, just that's it. That's it. No more removal. You're playing a freaking blue-white deck. Just relax. Oh my gosh. I don't think they're going to hit me for 2 in the air. Maybe they will. Ugh, this is frustrating. Fear of Failed Tests. I mean, now obviously I wish I kind of kept this back. But it's you know, it's not super likely that they're going to have 2 removal spells in a row. And I mean, I'm really getting tempoed out here. Honestly, they probably should attack me. And then if they do I block the hover ship or do I let them draw 2 cards? Like blocking the hover ship and getting a manifest and then locking down this seems okay as well. And that gives me the time to stabilize. So I think I will block the hover ship. Yeah. You draw your cards. And this is a like I know like them drawing cards is pretty bad for me, but I just feel like getting the manifest going here is also really good. And maybe they just draw lands. Maybe they just draw lands. Or maybe they just draw Nico. What about Nico? Do you think they're gonna draw Nico? That's cool. Why do I have full control on? Well then. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. I will try my best. Let's go Meat Locker on Fear of Failed Tests. And they're just up so many cards. Like, our deck is fine, but this is... We've just been on the back foot the entire time and just never really had an opportunity to come back here. God, this card's so good. 4 mana for a 3/4 and you get 2 Shard tokens. Even if I kill this, it's like a super Mole Drifter. Especially in these games that go kind of long. They kept on top again. Oh yeah, this is going swimmingly. They can draw the card and play the or they can just play something big here. Creeping Peeper, okay. Don't mind that one. Did they have a counterspell? It feels like a counterspell. Alright, that is our turn. Good luck to us. We will certainly need it. They kept it on top, so they're just cycling that to draw this card. Piranha Fly, okay. Well, I'm glad we moved the Cursed Windbreaker. Oh my gosh. Oof. Big oof. Fear of Abduction. Okay, well. How do I kill this thing? And they get Friendly Ghost back? Oh my gosh. Alright, we're just hoping. Oh, I should have kept up another blue in case I draw a double. Okay. Oh, that does kill it, but then they get Friendly Ghost back and then we still die? Yeah. Wait, what is it to at least about put each card? Oh, it puts it into our hand even? Okay. And I'm at 4? Yeah. Good beats. I mean, solid deck. Hover Ship, Nico. Some of the best cards you can play in Azorius. Unnerving Grasp was also good with a nice tempo start. We tried. Our hand was fine. But couldn't get it done there. Good deck. GG's. Ah, man. Okay. Another triple island hand. I'm going to keep it, right? I got a 2-drop and a 3-drop, so really need to draw a forest here. If I just close my eyes like a little bit, like I see the forest. I see it. It's coming. Man. What about a Paranormal Analyst off the top? That's the least you can do for me, deck. Oh, geez. Turn off the lights. All right, 4. Oh, there it is! Forest off the top. Okay, we get to play Magic. Twitching Doll? Ugh! Ooh. Let's do that. Attack. That's great because I can still cast Don't Make a Sound on their turn 3 play. Okay, never mind. I guess they really needed that land. I'm just gonna pass. They're going to play like a Spineseeker Centipede here or something. And if they don't play anything, I'm just going to Twist Reality and Manifest. And that's fine too. It's a nice thing about Twist Reality. And we hit Paranormal Analyst, which is ridiculous. Unable to scream. Winter's Intervention. Oh, oh man. Yep. Oh no, do you have a second one? Oh, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's brutal. Alright. I mean, they're gonna play something big here probably, but we do have another Unable to Scream, which is nice. It's another removal spell, maybe? Final Vengeance, okay. Yeah, that was really good. Darn. Darn. Okay. Now what do I do? I'm just gonna start with Curse Windbreaker and be a little more patient with Under the Skin. I'm somewhat interested in getting that back, so. Looks like a very removal-heavy hand from the opponent. Okay. I mean, these are all, like, exchanges where they're, like, losing cards. Oh, but they get it back with Under the Skin. Oh, and they get back the Defiled Crypt. Oh, jeez. What a sequence. What an absolutely incredible sequence. Do I want to just get back? Gosh, I don't even know. I mean, I guess... What is this? I guess so. Well, let's manifest the Bookworm and get back Meat Locker. Sure. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so they're gonna go Cadaver Lab, Defiled Crypt, and get something back. Probably the Snatcher, right, is my guess. They get a 2/2 here, which is obviously good. Oh no, it's just the Twitching Doll? Okay. Okay, so we can kill the Twitching Doll. Wow. Well, the awkward thing about the Twitching Doll... The awkward thing about the Twitching Doll is I just can't... I don't have good... Yeah, I don't have good attacks. This can trade here. I mean, I guess I don't have to kill a Twitching Doll right now. I kind of want to flip this up and play Cursed Windbreaker. Okay, free damage. Oh, I didn't need to even do that, huh? I didn't need to play the Cursed Windbreaker. Interesting. I mean, I guess I'll do it anyways. Yeah, I missed out on some value, I guess. But this is still fine. I guess I could have Meat Lockered or something? I don't know. Anyways. Slavering Branch Snapper is the play from the opponent, so that will meet our Unable to Scream, I think. And then we get to attack with the 2 creatures. I mean, we get to attack with all 3 creatures here. Because I'm pretty interested in casting Drowned Diner here, I think. Saving the Beastie Beatdown for something else. Yeah, I guess that attack was not really all that great. Alright, let's go Drowned Diner. 16 cards left in our library, so need to be mindful of that. Ooh, okay. Plenty of things to discard. Discard another island. I think there's a good chance this comes into play untapped. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. They have a Twitching Doll. There's a Keys to the House. Oh, they can relock something. Okay, so they get to unlock... Oh, they get Cadaver Lab? I mean, it's not even... I guess... Oh, and then they get to get back their Spectral Snatcher, I guess? Sure. Alright. That's fine. Why would they attack me? Wait, what is happening? Okay. Break down the door, I guess. It has to be. Oh, drag to the roots. Sure. Okay. Those are some good draw steps there, friend. Very, very good draw steps, friend. So I'm at 13. So we can play this. We can play this. We can play this. We can attack. Good turn. Twitching Doll is still kind of slow. Let's loot. Loot away the island. 10 cards left in our library, so we're still looking okay there. We have access to Meat Locker as well. So, I mean, even if they play the Snatcher, like, we just tap it down. I can discard a land, it's not a big deal. Three, four, five, six, seven. I'm actually discarding the Bashful Beastie. Because this way I get to just play the Horde Caller and just beat them down. Kaboom! Value, 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 value. Okay. We got the 5 wins. We got the 5 wins here, so we are up gems overall. Let's get 2 more, though. That would be sweet. Alright, opponent on the play this time. We do have Bookworm turn 2. Monstrous Emergence, don't make a sound, so lots of ways to interact. Okay. Oh, and a Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. So yeah, this hand is excellent. If they don't play a 2-drop, what do? Do I just keep up Don't Make a Sound? Possibly. Insidious Fungus into Terramorphic Expanse. Alright. I mean, I should probably just play that. Like, obviously they can have a removal spell, right? If they get a mountain or something, but given that they're blue-green here, it's not as bad, I don't think. Oh, and them getting an island is also a pretty good sign. Let's loot and discard. It's actually really interesting. What do I discard? I think it's just going to be Don't Make a Sound. Just the worst card. Forces us to keep up mana. And I have Monstrous Emergence that I can play, which is what makes me want to keep Bashful Beastie as well, right? Because then I can deal 5 damage to something. Ooh, blue, green, black. Okay. If they have like Sporogenic Infection. Paranormal Analyst, okay. And that is certainly a card that I want to kill here. So let's go Monstrous Emergence. Let's kill it. Let's attack. Then let's loot away the island. Alright, so we have 3 types in the graveyard, which is great. Kill the Paranormal Analyst, which is very, very strong on this board. Could use a red source for the Beastie Beatdown. They are leaving up 1,000,000 mana here. Makes me want to attack with my Oblivious Bookworm a little bit less. And I certainly don't want to play Stay Hidden, Stay Silent. Do I have any 4 mana instant speed plays? I don't think so, so I'm just going to play the Lakeside Shack and just pass. I mean, they were going to block sack anyways, right? So that's the thing. This card is just ridiculous. Like, I don't know if I'm going to win or lose this game, but it's just giving me 3 loots. For a 2-drop, it's a 2/3. Why? Discard the Forest. Come on, we have plenty of red sources in our deck. We'd love to find one here. They might have a removal spell for the Bookworm now, I'm just gonna say. Bashful Beastie, okay. I mean, playing the Beastie is just such a good use of my mana here. I think I just want to do that. Let's loot again. What's this card? Forest. Yeah, I mean, we've looted away 3 forests and don't make a sound. Like, this already, even if we lose, this was just phenomenal for us. Ooh, Withering Torment. Oh, they get back Vile Mutilator, which is extremely strong. What do you need to do? Sack a creature or enchantment. So they can sack the Bashful Beastie. And if they do get back the Mutilator, I am less likely to want to put the Stay Hidden, Stay Silent on Bashful Beastie, right? So, yeah. So we're going to hold off on that for now. Red Source would still be great. And I would be more than happy trading my... Oh my gosh! Oculus? Mountain. Give me a mountain. What the hell? Mountain! Oh my gosh. Oh, that's ridiculous. What are they splashing? You're splashing... Are they splashing Vile Mutilator? No, they're splashing... No, they're just... Never mind. They're all the colors. Wow. This is brutal. I mean, I don't really have a choice. I just got to do this. And hope for the best. There is our red source, at least. But it comes into play tapped. Okay. I'm gonna have Delirium regardless. Altenac? How many large monsters do you have? Oh my gosh, their deck is sweet! Man, I have a Twist Reality too, but it's just... I gotta get this Oculus off the battlefield, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. This is just like way too much to deal with. I think I just need a 4/4. Alright. Well, that's an untapped red source. I mean, I'm going to take 9 here. Unnerving Grasp. You know what? I'm actually glad that they didn't... Do I have a bounce spell? Bounce would be really good. I guess I just need to block everything. I don't know why they hit me with the oops. Oh gosh, this is so brutal. All right, you know what? Sometimes you lose to a better deck. Sometimes you lose to a better deck, and our opponent literally did go bananas, right? They had Altenac, Swarmweaver, Oculus. Their top end was just way better than ours, and we just can't do anything here. So, GG's. I will say though, I'm really happy with how this deck played out. Given how the draft went, we were obviously fighting other people for green. We still did the best with what we had, and we still put together a pretty solid finish. Given that it's just, this deck wasn't phenomenal by any means, right? We didn't have a ton of bombs or anything like that, but we had decent mana fixing, plenty of things to do early, and that certainly gave us an opportunity to be able to beat our opponents. Oh, I forgot about Unable to Scream. That would have been a really good answer had we found it against the Altenac. And they also had the Vile Mutilator. Their deck's top end was way better than ours. The thing is, their deck was a little bit clunkier than ours, but they had Swarmweaver too. I mean, they just had way more bombs than we did. And, sometimes you're just on the back foot. A lot of the games, we were kind of on the back foot, and we didn't really get a chance to breathe and come back. and our opponents were able to kind of punish us from that spot. But had I known their hand was going to be full of just 7 and 8 mana cards, I would have kept the Don't Make a Sound. That would have played out better, especially because I never got to use the Beastie Beatdown. But I still think discarding this was right, just given the average draws that my opponents can have. I'd rather have the proactive cards here instead of the counterspell that my opponents can play around. But you know what? 5-3 finish with our classic teamer deck. Not the best version of the deck, but we did have some of the Signpost uncommons. You know, the Bookworm and the Beastie Beatdown and the Analysts were great. The Horde Callers did a lot of work, and then we had plenty of interaction, which allowed us to kind of maneuver in such a way where we were able to, if the games went long, we just always had something to do. And that meant that our opponents would run out of gas and we'd be able to take things down. But we lost to this deck with Swarmweaver and a bunch of bombs. We lost to the deck with Nico and a bunch of bombs. So you know what? All in all, still pretty happy with this result with the 5-3. Still profiting gems. But you know what? I want more trophies, right? I want to keep climbing. And 5-3, it's a good finish. But I just want, like, can we just go back-to-back trophies just once? Hopefully we can pull that off in the near future. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. Make sure you check out TCGplayer.com if you want all things singles and sealed product related for all TCG games. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before you make any purchases. Last but certainly not least, check out heavyplay.com for all your supplies and accessories needs. If you want deck boxes, if you want playmats, sleeves, deck boxes, all kinds of stuff, they have it. Check it out. heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.